Hello and welcome to Hedgefox's critical review of Asylum of the Daleks, possibly the best ever Dalek episode, something that might vaguely resemble a compliment if it was something that were actually difficult to achieve. Now, if anyone can honestly find me someone who doesn't groan whenever they announce that the Daleks are once again being brought back, then that person really does deserve a medal. The Daleks stopped being anywhere near intimidating sort of around season 3, and you know it's going bad for them when their career as villains is so bad that they have to bring in extra money by selling their bodies as advertising space for Skittles. Taste the rainbow. But I digress, and on to my first real issue with the episode, being that they seem to have confused Doctor Who with James Bond. Now, it's always been the thing in Doctor Who that they let the Doctor talk way too much when they really should just shoot him. But they'd probably go through a lot of actors that way. However, the point at which they abduct the one guy that has slaughtered billions upon billions of them and stop their plans more times than there are actual Daleks remaining, you'd think they'd do the smart thing and just burn his hearts out while he's unconscious. But what can you say? Guessing past the horrifically unbelievable premise and the irritating part where they put in a human speaker because they felt that 2 minutes of a Dalek talking straight would be way too much for our puny minds. And then also putting behind us the strange Dalek hierarchy with emperors, cults, supreme Daleks, prime ministers, multicoloured skittle Dalek commandos, and so on. The thing that really gets me about this episode, really fucking gets me, is the daftness and tennis. I can believe that nanobots could get into your brain and mess with your memories and even convert you into a mindless slave, but the point at which they start building a giant metal eye stalk in your brain for no practical reason is the point at which I call BS. I mean, seriously, do none of the people read over the script more than once? Did it not occur to anyone that it added absolutely nothing besides making the only vaguely intimidating enemies left in the entire episode look fucking ridiculous? I mean, come on. But, once again, I digress. More out of a need to preserve my own sanity by not thinking about it than anything else. But hey. And on to the romantic subplot. Now, Nicolas Cage gets a lot of heat on the internet, so it really does surprise me when people like Moffat decide that copying half the plot of films like National Treasure 2 is in any way a good idea. Rory waited 2,000 years for Amy, and Amy chose him over the Doctor. They've been married, they've had their baby abducted, they've seen each other, mainly Rory, die on multiple occasions, and yet they've stuck together. But quick, we need something interesting, and God forbid we get some new people in and try to do something with them. Let's just split up the couple who won the least likely couple to split up in the entire universe award 2,000 years running. Yeah, that makes sense. It's just a waste of screen time where we could have had more Roz win. And why they didn't take her with them at the end of the episode is beyond me. The Doctor travelling through time and space with a Dalek? That's like infinitely better than more of Mr. and Mrs. Our character arcs ended a series and a half ago. In closure, Oswin yay, Daleks eternally meh, and Amy and Rory need less screen time so we can actually get some good material in the episode. Ciao guys.